It's that time once again, and, well, we're going to definitely see more conflict, and certain nations are decidedly, well, they have a decided advantage over the others, mainly because they've got the help of Ainz himself. And as we saw with Khan Village, a little helping hand that he thought was a mere trifle offering of a summoning horn. Wow. And with this big battle being alluded to, are we actually going to see it this episode? Or is it going to once again hold off? Either way, I'm probably readying myself to lose a character. Not that I'm overly bothered by any of the humans in this world, but it's almost inevitable at this point, isn't it? Let's see. It seemed like a rhetorical statement, and or question, even if it was. Because it can turn the tide easily, and he saw the power of Nazarick. That is a good idea. Both to get a glimpse of some of his skills and make a big statement to the world. For Ainz, I wonder what the limit is. We haven't seen him use any, properly destructive magic. Well, first off, do you really think you can outsmart Ainz? Second off, do you really think you can outsmart Demiurge? Ainz seems to almost luck himself into pretending to know what he's doing. That's what I get through life. Yes, I really meant to do that. I wonder what level the spell Mare, I think was that, used to swallow the soldiers of the Empire. We know that Ainz is quite a formidable melee combatant, and that's him in his weakened, limiting himself state. And he could probably still beat he will still beat the entire human army by himself. So this will be less of a battle, more of just a massacre? Yeah, about that. I wonder if news about the prince is going to reach them soon. $240,000. I mean, numbers aren't everything, but yeah, it is impressive in comparison. But is no one questioning why the Empire is still A, standing against them, and B, okay with this after incorporating the help of Ainz? You're naming a magical sword. Oh no. I thought the sword was going to be some sort of ex machina to save everyone later, but Gazef being donned in all the regaliaments of the kingdom, put on a pedestal of being the hero. Oh no, Gazef. And he learned from his mistakes. Is the Marquis going to survive this as well, or... We know what happens when people start talking about their family, don't we? Not quite sure why you needed to animate that. Flying the flag. Having Death Knights as just standard bearers. And terrifying your own soldiers. You don't need to gather them, they've gathered themselves. Okay, yeah, this would be a... Here, have a look kind of moment. They understand what they are up against, even with their numbers. Ah, that's what he was banking on. If anyone stood up to try to challenge him straight away... I've seen that before. I don't know why or what it does. It's because he's undead. His feelings of being human no longer... Are you really calling upon Lovecraftian horrors? Oh, even he died straight away. So no matter how strong these humans are, Yeah, they were expecting a few thousand. Not tenfold that amount. Oh no. What? So it has lingering effects? Do I want to see? A spell that requires 70,000 sacrifices. Oh. If it is a Lovecraftian horror, I'm going to enjoy it, but... Ew. Okay, well, they've made a new highway, they've tarmacked the entire countryside. Here we begin, Teeth. What was that? What was that sound effect just now? That's not a typical noise you expect to come from monsters. Yeah, it is. It's like sheep or something. You're really struggling to come out with those words, aren't you? Well, there you can see what kind of ally they've created now. Well done. You can... Oh. Goats. Okay. I guess to Ainz maybe they are cute. Who? Do you really have time to look away? Unless you are running. He fluffed his words there due to his extreme terror, probably. But when you've got a mass of limbs bounding down on you that's about the same size as a large-scale building, I guess your faith in all that is holy would be easily lost. Yeah, don't anger him. Well, it's not even anger. Don't actively work against him would do it. Well, at least they've got honour. I don't know what it really accomplished, because I don't think it would have halted its stride at all. each time it's like, yeah, that was just the show. Bow down and accept your supreme overlord. I think the soldier who clapped first, he should get a raise. But yeah, I think it was pointed out in several episodes back, whatever. But the they're absolutely terrified. Well, after it has come over, and you can see the horror for yourself, yeah, maybe you would run. But it's good to see the floor guardian still using the wild items. Your Uber has arrived. I think I could only ever give it 4 stars. Yeah, they would be almost certainly just getting in the way. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to disagree with the level of destruction and power that Isengard has shown. It is incredibly just unhuman. Even in a world like this where dragons and monsters roam, is there a counterattack that you can possibly even conduct? And everyone's eager to act their part for the king. I mean, it's nice that he cares for his subordinates, but how altruistic of you. He wants for the happiness of someone else. But is that really a gift for Climb? Or more of a punishment, knowing the princess's true personality? The hero of the kingdom with the razor-edged sword, something like that, standing alone against one of the no weaknesses. Or probably none that you can elicit. Now this is going to be either somewhat of a resistance or completely undignified. I think he managed to stop it, though. It's leaving. Without a horse ring, you can't catch him up. Oh, it's more of them. No, it's Ainz. He's joined the fray himself. I wonder exactly for what reason that he decided to get in there. The music. Huh. We're ever going to do... It won't be a select... One or two of them, might be all of them. Ah. He's always been like this. You have history with Gown, so you might be able to do something, but you don't really hold that much sway. I mean, out of all of the options currently provided, it's one of the better. I see the origin point of some of those smoke effects. You could have hidden it a bit better. He has his loyalty and his dignity that he can't back down from one he's already deemed to protect. But for Ainz to actually want to make him a subordinate shows that he actually somewhat appreciates some sort of skill that he has. I mean, good try. I mean, he turned down the offer that Ainz presented him, so he's not getting out of this? Potentially. I mean, we know Ainz's charity doesn't run too far. Yeah. There's not really much to say other than that was a different one-sided just leading lambs to the slaughter at the hands of some goats. Big, inky, tentacle goats, but goats nonetheless. Gazef challenging Ainz to a duel, as long as he's going to try and set some ground rules beforehand, I think that's the only way he's going to be able to salvage anything from the situation, other than keeping his dignity intact of like being challenged going down to a duel. Not that it's going to mean much once he's flattered into the countryside. Although we did have moments where we got to see that the Emperor had delusions of standing up to Ainz. After this, do you still hold those forts? Where he managed to decimate an army of 240,000 without really doing anything. Granted, he cast a supreme level spell, but I do think Ainz made it quite clear that he doesn't need the Empire's help to take down the kingdom, or pretty much anyone else that he deems fit. And judging by the caliber of the Empire's troops who run away from their own side, even if their own side is a giant monster, but still, do you think they're going to regret enlisting the help of this demon? Sorry, undead. This episode had things that I quite enjoyed. They actually had a big battle. Kind of. It had the premise of a big battle, at least. We got to see some good magic, we got to see some questionable effects, we got to see some monster summoning, and an entire kingdom scramble. I think the next episode is definitely going to focus more on individual characters within them, within the kingdom and their struggle. Definitely probably the aftermath of Gazef, if not the entire thing, going to be focusing around him and his I'm just going to call it a sacrifice. But did Brain really need to bring up the flags there? Oh, I want him to marry the princess. Do you want to make an enemy of the princess, Ainz? And Ainz is a search for players that might still reside in this world, that might have joined the kingdom, is both admirable and a little sad. Not like sad as in I pity him, sad as in, well, I feel bad for him because he's still searching for his friends. Now, there's not exactly a lot of episodes left, so I don't know. Well, I don't think it's going to show any, like, oh, this is a player who's taken 3 seasons and we've now shown him. Unless it's one last kind of cliffhanger to show. I think that might be one of the few ways that Ainz is going to have to... Well, one of the few ways that actually gets Ainz to rethink something. I wonder if that is taken into account with Demiurge's plans at all. Well, we might see, we might not. If you've enjoyed this episode, please let me know. Liking, commenting, and joining the channel is a great way of doing so. And please don't be afraid to use the link in the description to join along with the Discord, to have your voice heard, to make some messages to some questionable people. And if there's still a vote going on, you can have a look through and choose what you want me to watch. And with that being the end of the episode, I'll just leave it with this one lovely thought. A lot of those soldiers, both fleeing and past, probably needed a change of armor, if you know what I mean. Gross. Get some rest. I'll see you in another one.